Morning, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the Nerd.crate. So in case you're wondering what that little bit depressing, I give you that, thumbnail is supposed to be, I had a rough weekend. And I also had a rough year. But in comparison to all other kind of clickbaity videos where people say, I have such a rough year, I am so down, I can't stand it anymore. And they're actually talking about the amount of peas in a jar. This is the real deal. So first things first, this runs under my 5Min1stLooks banner, but we're not doing all that kind of callback of last week, what happened and everything. So I just want to talk about a little topic today because some people, there's actually one in the comments. Oh, hey, Kevin, what's good, man? Morning to you, afternoon to me. So some people, also you, of course, saw over the weekend. I now deleted that because I made a decision. I posted a picture that said no videos for the foreseeable future. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas still stands, but on the videos, what's happening here today for other people, for the English viewing guys, in the future, stuff is going back to German. The thing is, like I said in the intro, my year was rough, and those that follow my channel know that I was struggling with YouTube anyway. I'm doing this nearly 3 years, and I didn't even get 1,000 subscribers, and I wanted the channel to really grow. I know that I'm not super unique. I'm not doing anything overly special, but I had a concept to my channel, and that concept is you get with me into my cozy lounge-like little collection room, and we are looking at this stuff together. But apparently so, the times are fast-paced, and people do, I suppose, not overly care for that. So I'm cutting most of that stuff out. Not that I'm selling myself to anything. This will still be the Nerd.crate, and we are still gonna start and end this stuff with it, but it's not going to be that I'm gonna talk about everything at length, sometimes minutes, and you guys may lose interest about this. No, I'm gonna start with a little intro, and I won't be Kev, that could be hard. It's one of the hardest languages in the world, but I appreciate the effort. We're going to start the intro with what we're looking at today, so people, even in other languages, know what it is about besides the thumbnail and the header, or the title. But then I'm going back to German, because the fact of the matter is this. Kevin, I believe, can follow me on this. Doing videos takes hours, depending on how much you edit. So I already cut out my like, subscribe, and notification stuff and all that bullshit because let's face it, if you don't want to subscribe to a channel, you don't do that. You can have all the action buttons in there, overly whatsoever. You can pile it up, no matter what. But if people don't want to watch, or they don't like it, or they don't want to subscribe, they don't do that. So, morning, Hank. What's going on, dude? No tinkering today, sadly. Sorry. So I cut that stuff out. But still, I have to record the stuff on the couch. I have to set up my tripod to do the angle right, So I have to do that. Then I have to record that. I have to do the scoreboard graphics. Of course, I have a PSD for that, a Photoshop file. But still, gotta make up my mind and everything. Then I'm gonna record the top down, all the stuff in the back. I'm gonna cut all that. It's taking hours. While beforehand, I used 2 programs and now use one, which roughly cut 1 to 1.5 hours of my workload already. Taking The other pieces, like the action takers that I said, the buttons for like, subscribe, notification, everything that came into the picture and everything, that's maybe another 20 minutes. Let it be a half an hour, maybe, because it's all singular graphics are gonna animate it in that video and everything. So yeah, see, man, I know try to film to minimize editing time. See, that's actually the thing, and that's what I'm gonna do now. Also, I'm gonna keep my voice of Kaon kind of not connection. Yeah, how my softboxes are actually standing here, the voice of Kaon configuration. That's it. I'm gonna keep those, and I'm gonna just record a little bit over there, and also I basically live on YouTube these days. What's good, buddy? Cool, you're in here. So dude, the editing, the waiting to export, like that actual rendering also does some time. Like at first when I used the Windows Live Movie Maker and the VSDC video editor, that was roughly an hour. I had to export everything from my smartphone over to my PC, then edit everything once, is what I mean, in Windows Live Movie Maker. And that rendered for about half an hour. Talk about MP44 or 01 Studio Cell, we're 45 minutes to an hour. And then I got to edit the last stuff over in VSDC. I don't even do that anymore, but it's still taking its sweet time, So that's what's going to end. That's where I'm changing up things. I'm only doing the hands-on perspective because that's essentially, seemingly, when reviewer people that like reviews want to watch that, that's what they want. Apparently not so much any personal stuff. So I'm going to cut out most of the stuff when I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm doing that shit in my small segments. I don't know if it's of any use because, quite honestly, yeah, dude, second rendering computer would be a sweet deal. I give you that. Yeah. But why I posted the picture over the weekend, I was very close this time. Sentinel Bay Reviews knows it. I was very close a lot of times to close up shop, but this time it was very dangerous. That's why I posted the picture, because I just wanted to stop for a while to, just rethink everything, because of course I almost did this 3 years. This would be a lot of work that would be going into the bucket. But at the same time, what I teased during the start of the video, I had a super rough year. I'm battling mold in my apartment. I'm battling absolutely bullshit neighbors, the most horrible neighbors you can possibly have. I have trembling and all kinds of garbage and noise and everything throughout the whole day. Then my mother died, and the one upside I have is when I actually visit Den of Sentinel Bay Reviews, or when I actually have Mondays, my 2 to 3 hours voice of Kaon. That was my uplifting times during the week. And that was rough. I turned 39 last month. And I never had the problem to actually be kind of down, not having any power anymore and not knowing what to do anymore. I really wanted this YouTube to go somewhere, because I hate my real job, and I took a lot of power and a lot of effort. I would say pretty much all my power and all my effort into this. And essentially it didn't get me anywhere. So, and when I'm thinking about, no ill will or anything to Bobby Skullface, only love and respect. But for a comparison, I think 2 months prior, I released the Generation Toy Gorilla White. I believe this has now maybe roughly 100 views. He just released this noon, and it was in a matter of minutes at a few hundred ones. So there's a clear problem with the algorithm in my book, and that's just I don't know how to put it. There's just a thing, you're releasing it, and over a matter of months, it doesn't get you anywhere. And this is super depressing, you know? Yeah, it's still my uplifting time, dude, and it will always be. It will always be. I love that shit. I love us pre and post hangout. That's the best. That's the absolute best ever. You know, that was one of the best decisions my whole life, to ask you last year if we want to start that, and that we did start that, and that we start all that. That was one of the best decisions my whole life. What did Shoki say? Yeah, legit quiz last summer, but a search and interest brought me back. Yeah, see, you took back then, you quit, but you took a pause. You just took a break. You said, here and no further. It just fucks with my mind, you know? And that was what I had too. But then I thought, like, over the weekend, I can do shit different, because apparently people want shit different. And so I will do that. And if something is not happening and changing roughly with the stuff that how my channel is performing, I mean, yeah, you know, that's right. Of course, he's in the game long, and he is over 20,000 subs. Of course, that's the way. But it cannot be the case that you release something a month or two prior, and it doesn't get any views. Yet there is interest for the figure, and there is a review available, but it doesn't get any views. That's just not. That can't be the way. Sorry, little crossover. I don't know, Mandalorian reference, let's call it like that. So that's just rough, you know. And because people ask me why I don't do this in German, and I said, because the market in English is just bigger. But not, I wanted to say the German word, the competent, not the competence too. I don't get the word. There are just more people, a bigger kind of ballpark where you have to fight through in order to make it. In Germany, there's not, and in German. So I will, Jesus, those lamps and the webcam always fucks with the lighting. It's so weird. Anyway, that's why I'm reverting back to German. And I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to actually know why I'm doing this. Just because I with my format, I want to go a little bit with the times, that people just want to have apparently this hands-on perspective, you know. But on the other time, I also want to try and minimize my effort, because, you know, just as you saw, I speak good English. I hear that multiple times, that I speak good English, but it's not my mother tongue. And so sometimes you just search for words, and you're fighting to get that sentence together, but you just can't. And then that house of cards crumbles. That is your whole experience and knowledge of words. And in German, that's my mother tongue. Competition would be too, yeah. So I'm reverting back to German to minimize my efforts there too. So I will. Dan from San Jose Reviews also put it best yesterday evening. We were talking private most of the times, for those that don't know. In German, it's your mother tongue. You just sound more coherent in your mother tongue. Of course, I can make sense of things, and everybody can, but you just know that it's not your language. And that's why I'm reverting back to that. And that's why I will also get back of becoming a little bit of competition again for Sentinel Bay Reviews. But he's doing more mainline. I'm doing other stuff. So I don't know how I will do things, but there's new stuff coming. And I don't want to drag this out too much, because now you pretty much got all the information you need. One thing I made 100% abundantly clear: I don't want to have anyone that is jumping on the pity bandwagon and just give me subscribes or anything just because of. That's not what I want. I just want people to understand. That's also what I meant to my buddy Mark from Voice of Chaos yesterday. He said, like, I'm happy, but I don't get it. That's what I meant. People that don't get it didn't have those experiences. and I just had a fucking rough year, the hardest of my life ever. And I needed that uplift in YouTube, and it just didn't happen. And that is, yeah, Renee, dude, thanks, man. Put on my fighting trousers. Aren't jeans that pretty much? I mean, look at fucking John Moxley when he was Dean Ambrose. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm looking forward to tonight. We're doing a little trash noming, Schrottwichteln in German. We're just gonna do a little bit of a St. Nicholas episode, Nikolaus. So I'm looking forward to that. And new videos are coming, but I'm keeping my effort low. I'm gonna do that however I see the fuck fit. You know, no matter. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, it wasn't fun anymore to me. My buddy Nick Brammer from the Realm of Collectors put it best also in a little offline hangout on Saturday evening. Sunday morning, it was 5:30 in the morning on Sunday for me. The thing you gotta decide on is it still fun for you, or is it only stress, and does it bring you down? And that's what happened. I had fun revamping my whole channel with the optics and everything. I love that. I had a lot of fun doing that, fiddling away with new effects and finding stuff. And that was super cool. I had a lot of fun with that. But then I reviewed Scaramanga, and nothing happens again. From video to video to video to video. Yeah, man, we had that yesterday, Hank. It's called Nikolaus in Germany. That's essentially Saint Nicholas. Essentially that. It's essentially the same. We call it Nikolaus. That was yesterday, but since we're doing stuff on Mondays, we are doing our Saint Nicholas episode today. So if you understand a little bit of German, Dutch is not that far off. Hit up the Collectors Bay YouTube channel and be in the chat later. You can actually win shit. So yeah, but that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna minimize my shit, my efforts to do that. And yeah, like I said, uploading things and just not seeing anything, no new subscribers. I saw a good, since I put up my new format shelving an idea, I saw a rise in hits, and I saw a rise in also in watch time, but it didn't stick, you know. Thanks, Dan. No one actually stuck to my channel. Tilmo Speedybo, what's good, man? A Sentinel the Guess. Nice. No, I wouldn't say that. Although if you say that, you probably know better. Never mind. But I didn't get any new subscribers, and anyone that does YouTube knows that. There are several things you need to have. You need subscribers, you need watch time, and you need a very, very, very thick hide. I believe, or so far I believed, to actually have a very thick hide, and I did. But when you are lying on your couch on a Saturday and you just don't see anything happening, and you see kind of the fun in that hobby exiting your body, sounds a little bit spiritual, and I believe it sometimes also is, because it's uplifting. Like I always say, when I enter this room, this is my plastic feng shui, so a little bit like that. But when you then think about your YouTube, and you think about the year, how it all came together, and it's just not fun anymore, and you just lie on your couch, and I'm not shitting you, this is not clickbait. This is the real me that's sitting here. I mean, it's all kind of supposed to be a little bit of a franchise, you know, my Tim K's the.nerd.crate. But when you're lying on the couch and you're thinking about stuff, and you legit just start to cry, then you know this is the lowest that you've ever been. And that's why I also thought about quitting all of that. It was just too much, because quite frankly, if I'm sitting my ass down and I'm doing a review for hours and hours, and I started 3 years ago, and I wanted to give everybody the best viewing experience. So I did a video, and I did that for several hours, and then I uploaded that. And just so you know, when I did subtitles for my videos, I did those by hand. By hand means on a 25 to 30 minute video, additional 3 to 4 hours of work came on top of that. So imagine you're doing a 4-hour video, you upload that, and you are doing another 4 hours on top of that for subtitles, only so people can have a better viewing experience, but you're having a full day of work and you're getting jack shit for that. And this also pulls through 3 years of work. You are starting to think differently. You want to do shit differently, trying to be a little bit of a game changer, but you're just not. And nobody gives a damn, essentially, because quite honestly, if you're doing a video and sometimes not even 30 to 40 people tune into that video, you know what that amounts to? That amounts to, just think this is a smartphone, you know? You're standing yourself in a grocery store, you're holding your smartphone up and you're saying, here, I did a video. 30 to 40 people look around, huh? And they turn around back again. That's what that amounts to. And for that, sitting hours and hours at hand in front of the editing program and doing that, so I'm minimizing my effort and I see what I come up with this. But just so you know, this is kind of a last offensive. I have a few videos coming. I'm having a few things loaned to me, and I will do those. But if I don't see a drastic change in shit, I will probably still quit or take a big break, a big break, like Kevin said. Thanks, Timbo. Thanks. But since you turned German and I don't want to, like I said, extend this as longer as it needs to be, I will end the broadcast now because you now know what's coming. The only thing that I can essentially say, and that's where we start with things. Moin und willkommen zu Tim K's Nerd Crate.